And next up, we're going to hear from one of China's commerce leaders, the Dada Group. Matthew mentioned Dada in the opening. It's certainly one of the breakout companies out of China. We'll meet Jun Yang, the co-founder, CTO, and board member of the Dada Group. And after he speaks for a bit, we'll have a few questions for him. So enjoy.
Hello, my name is Jun Yang. I'm the co-founder and the CTO of Dada. Today is my pleasure to introduce our company. Dada was founded back in 2014 and is now emerging to be the largest, also the most successful on-demand retail and delivery platform in China. Along the journey, it's happy to work with many retail and brand partners like P&G. And our mission remained the same from day one, to bring people everything on demand. Now let's talk about the mission and platform. Our company's business consists of two independent but highly interconnected platforms. On the left-hand side, Dada Now is the largest on-demand delivery platform in China, so it is a logistic business. On this platform, the merchant and the individual senders could create a request through our mobile app for delivery. And the cross-source riders can take the request through mobile app and finish the delivery. So it works pretty much like Uber, except that Uber delivers people and we deliver stuff. On the right-hand side, JDDJ is our local on-demand retail platform. So it's an e-commerce business. On this platform, there are three players. There are retailers of many different kinds, such as supermarket, pharmacies, computer electronic stores. Many of them are in exclusive partnership with us. There are also brands like P&G. The brands put their marketing dollars on the platforms, and they also manage their digitized customer base through our CRM tools. And there's also consumers. Use JDDJ's mobile app, the consumer can order from the retailer stores within a few kilometers from them and have the order delivered to their home within an hour. Know that JDDJ is a pure marketplace. That means we never take inventories and we never compete with the retailers. All the JDDJ orders are delivered by Dada Now. But Dada Now as an open platform delivers orders for many external clients. Now let's move on to talk about technologies. We consider technology as the core competence of our company. As the foundation of our technology, we have a very strong R&D team that develops almost everything in-house. We collect large user and order data, and we apply cutting-edge AI and data analytics technologies. On top of such foundation, we build various technology solutions for both business. For the Dada Now business, the focus of technology is to drive efficiency. For example, we have a smart order recommendation and dispatching system that ensures every order to be assigned automatically to the most efficient rider and delivered through the optimal route. We have a deep learning-based dynamic pricing mechanism to determine for every order the best price to pay to each rider to ensure the profitability as well as the service level. Also, we manage hundreds and thousands of riders through a set of digitized tools that cover the entire life cycle of the riders, from their registration, background screening, online to offline training, verification, to their day-to-day delivery work. For JDDJ, the focus of technology is to empower our retail and brand partners. We build an end-to-end integrated fulfillment solutions to help the supermarket to deliver their O2O orders. Our CRM solutions, as well as omni-channel membership programs, help the retail and brand partners to communicate with their digitized customer base. These solutions helped us to achieve some very high efficiency metrics. For example, it takes only average of 30 minutes to deliver an order, and only 3 minutes to pick an order from the supermarkets. There are over 40,000 retail stores and 170 brands that are using our CRM systems to communicate with their customers. Finally, as a technology company, we are very asset light. We have just over 2,400 employees operating the two platforms from thousands of cities in China. We have two very important strategic shareholders as well as business partners, JD and Walmart. JD is the biggest online retailer in China. It is not only the single largest shareholder of Dada, but it's also a very close business partner in terms of both logistics as well as e-commerce. JD uses Dada now to serve the last mile delivery for a large number of its e-commerce packages, especially during the promotion seasons. This is because during the promotion seasons, the demand is very high, usually a few times of the daily average. And using Dada's cross-source rider pool is a very efficient way to handle the peak volume than using the full-time employees. And that's why during the big promotions such as the Singles Day, Dada now delivers nearly half of JD's e-commerce packages. On the e-commerce side, a top priority for JD is to go omni-channel, and JDDJ is a strategic partner here. JD is transforming its product into an LBS, or location-based service experience. When the user shop for a product, the inventories in the nearby offline retailers will show up and directly competing with JD's own inventories. On many categories such as fresh items, as well as packaged goods, the offline inventories have the advantage in terms of both the cost and fulfillment. This is done exclusively through JDDJ. Walmart China started to list on JDDJ since 2016 exclusively, and its sales is growing very strong on JDDJ. Because of such success, Walmart globally has shifted its e-commerce strategy from a warehouse-based strategy to a store-based strategy, and Walmart China plans to open 500 new stores in China. We collaborated with Walmart on many other things. For example, we deliver 100% of Walmart's O2O orders. We provide picking solutions and service to Walmart. And we co-invented Walmart China's first ever membership programming. Now let's move on to talk about market opportunities. First, let's look at a brief history of China's e-commerce growth. A very important trend in China's e-commerce growth is the inventories is getting closer and closer to the customers, and the delivery are getting faster. On the left of the slide, you can see Taobao, where the merchants, as well as the inventories, are thousands of miles away from the customers, and the delivery usually takes a few days or even weeks. Then we move on to JD in the middle, where the inventories are within 100 miles of the customers, and the delivery can happen within a day. Now we are entering the third stage, the graph on the right, the local on-demand e-commerce represented by JDDJ. JDDJ takes advantage of all the existing inventories in the nearby offline stores within a 3 to 5 kilometers from the customers, and the delivery can happen within an hour. The e-commerce penetration in China is just over 20%. That means there's almost 80% of the retail still happen with the offline retail stores. A business model like JDDJ, which helps the offline retailers to do online e-commerce business, will have a very large room for growth in the next 5 to 10 years. Now let's move on to talk about the largest local retail segment, the supermarket. As you can see on the left of the graph, the supermarket sales in China will grow from 3.4 trillion RMB in 2020 to almost 3.6 trillion in 2024. And most of that growth will come from the on-demand retail, or O2O. The O2O sector in supermarket is expected to grow from just 79 billion in 2020 to over 500 billion in 2024. In the supermarket O2O sector, JDDJ is currently number one, and we have a 25% market share. So in terms of both the market share as well as the entire market size, there's tremendous growth opportunity ahead of us. The local on-demand delivery is a very important infrastructure for O2O e-commerce. The local delivery market can be divided into several sectors, and among them, the open on-demand delivery, or third-party on-demand delivery, is the fastest growing, highest potential sector. And that's the sector where Dada now is focusing on. This open on-demand delivery market will grow from just 10 million orders a day in 2020 to over 36 million a day in 2024. And Dada now is the market leader in this sector, and we have a 25% market share as well. Note that as an open platform, Dada now is serving a diversity of customers, from individual users who has a need to deliver something urgently, small to medium merchants, as well as large customers such as leading restaurant chains and supermarkets. We are the preferred and sometimes exclusive delivery partner for most of the supermarkets in China, and we also deliver for many leading restaurant chains such as Pizza Hut and McDonald's. Now let's move on to talk about the core strengths of the company. The core strengths of Dada Now is in its openness, its flexibility, as well as superior efficiency. The core value of JDDJ is in its deep trust and partnership with the leading retailers and brands in China. First, let's look at the core value of Dada Now. Dada Now is a real open delivery platform, and we are serving all kinds of users. The number of merchants, as well as individual customers, who have ever placed an order on Dada Now has grown more than 4 times since 2017. The flexibility of Dada Now is another key strength thanks to its cross-source rider pool. Our daily peak order volume can be as high as 4 times of the daily average, and our hourly peak can be as high as 10 times of the hourly average. Also, our service level is very high, as the average delivery time for order on the platform is within 30 minutes. Note that Dada Now's rider pool is primarily cross-source based, so it can provide services at any time on any scenarios with great flexibility. Besides, Dada Now only need to pay the riders per order basis. That means we have a very big advantage in terms of cost structure. For any delivery platform, efficiency is the key. For Dada Now, the delivery efficiency comes from 2 things: the network effect as well as technology. As a two-sided marketplace, Dada Now is attracting more riders and more users, and that leads to a very high order density. At the same time, technology like automated order recommendation and dispatching system that take advantage of such order density to improve the delivery efficiency, and therefore improving the profitability of the business. Now let's move on to talk about the core value of JDDJ. The core value of JDDJ is in the deep trust and partnership with the leading retailer and brand in China. We have formed a strategic partnership with 7 out of the top 10 retailers in China. The key reason behind is that JDDJ is taking a pure marketplace position. We don't take inventories at all, and we never compete with the retailers. And this is drastically different from many other players in the market, such as Meituan and Alibaba, as both of them are doing some sort of first-party retail business, and they're competing with the retailers directly. We also build strategic partnership with many leading brands. For many of those brands, JDDJ is the #1 O2O platform in China with the fastest growth, and they're willing to put more of their trade marketing dollars on the platform. Besides being just an e-commerce platform, JDDJ also provides technology solutions to empower our retail and brand partners to make them more efficient and to help with their growth. For example, we provide end-to-end fulfillment solutions for the supermarket's O2O business, including not only delivery, but also picking solutions within the supermarket. Starting from 2017, we started to offer CRM tools for the retail and brand as a way to help them digitize their customer base and reach out to their customers with marketing messages. More than 40,000 stores and 170 brands are using our paid CRM tools. Starting from 2019, we also provide an omni-channel operating system for retailers to manage their O2O business. From inventory management to promotions to order processing, customer service, and financial reconciliations. This greatly helps with supermarkets' efficiency in handling O2O business. As you can see, Dada Now and JDDJ are both pure marketplace, so each of them had network effect. Meanwhile, the 2 platforms are interconnected, and they together form a very unique and powerful multilateral network. Each party in this network is both adding values to the network, but at the same time taking values out of the network. And this together form a very cohesive ecosystem. Finally, I want to touch on our growth strategy. Our vision is to build a local, on-demand, delivery plus e-commerce dual platform. Dada Now, as the delivery service, is the infrastructure of our business. We will further enhance its service level as well as delivery efficiency. JDDJ is our strategic growth engine, and we plan to keep growing its business through partnership with retail and brand. We'll further strengthen our collaboration with our brand partners. We already work with the brand on trade marketing, And recently, we have started to collaborate with the brand on new product launch. Brand used to distribute samples at a supermarket, but now they choose to do sampling with JDDJ, as we help them to target users and track effectiveness better. Last but not least, we'll continue to invest and innovate in technologies.
That was fascinating. Thank you so much for that overview of your company. I learned a lot, and it left me wondering why I don't have access to these kinds of services where I live in the United States. I commented to a colleague while I was watching that I would love to be able to get some items from the local merchants that are in my neighborhood, within a mile or two of where I live, as opposed to be honest, Amazon. You want to support the local, but it seems like that infrastructure building that you've really mastered just hasn't really come to the United States or many other markets. So congratulations on building that, and I certainly hope you can export it a bit around the world. I'm curious, we have heard from a lot of businesses so far at Signal that have similar models, last mile delivery or e-commerce. Are there ones outside of China that you think are interesting or that you're watching?
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me. So far, we are very much China focused because the China market is big enough and we have a lot of room for growth. But we keep an eye on some of the development in the rest of the world, especially the last mile business focused on grocery. As far as I know, there's Instacart in US. There's Corner Shop, which was a startup in Chile, but recently acquired by Uber, is also focused on the groceries. There's also players originally from the food market, like Uber Eats and Dada, that are recently entering the grocery market. Another area that's very active in O2O is Indian. There's a company called Swiggy and there's a company called Zomato. They're also doing grocery delivery. And they're interesting in a few ways. I think, first of all of these companies, they're building up their delivery capabilities as a core competence of the company, besides just being an e-commerce platform. They're even providing the delivery as a service to external customers. Also, they are working very closely with the brand. They are capturing some of the the marketing dollars from the brand. And they are also adding on the other revenue sources, such as they're providing SaaS solutions, software as a service solutions to the retailers. They provide picking, fulfillment solutions, and so even these companies are in different places of the world. The development of their business model is quite similar to us in China in JDDJ.
Now, how would you suggest that companies like P&G adapt to the evolution of your business model? How should they change their practices to be aware of and take advantage of this new infrastructure?
Sure. I think a brand like P&G has already had a really early start in working with the on-demand platform like us in China, including marketing, membership. I think the opportunity here is there's an entirely new audience, entirely new customer base on these on-demand platforms. In my case, my last trip to the physical store was like 2 years ago, and I know there's a lot of people around me, just like me, who haven't been to a store for a long time. And it created an opportunity for a brand to create a new brand awareness among those online shoppers. And these shoppers are also quite different from the traditional B2C e-commerce shoppers. The other suggestion I have is, besides marketing, I think I would suggest the brand to collaborate really closely with those platforms and to innovate. For example, on new product launch, or even using the SaaS solutions to help the distribution of the SKUs. I think these are a lot of opportunities to innovate.
Absolutely, and finally, in the last half minute we have here. Tell me, what is the future of the physical retail store? If you haven't been to one in 2 years, are we worried that they might be disappearing?
No, I'm actually, when I do online shopping, all the stuff are shipping from the physical store. So we have a very strong belief in the future of physical stores, except that the store doesn't mean offline. It has to be, kind of repurposed to be a omni-channel physical stores. So we have a very strong belief in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm sure more change to come. Thank you so much for introducing us to the Dada Group. Drin Yang, co-founder, CTO, and board member of Dada Group. Really appreciate you being here at Signal.
Thank you very much.